Life on land is very different to life on water. We've seen this when we talked about plants and all the challenges plants had to overcome to adapt to terrestrial environments. Animals face similar challenges when they transition from water to land, and multiple groups of animals did this transition. Some of the challenges of life on land. The first one is obviously the conservation of water. If you live on water and you're surrounded by water, you don't have to worry about conserving water. But once you're on land, water becomes a scarce resource that you have to conserve. And you need protection in your surfaces or your skin level that will prevent water evaporation through your skin. And you will also have to adapt your metabolism to use as little water as possible. Some of those changes in metabolism involve how you excrete your waste. In particular, the waste of processing proteins, which produces nitrogenous waste, and usually the molecules produced, the waste products of digested molecules, require a lot of water to be excreted. Animals that move to terrestrial environment need to have systems that can excrete nitrogenous waste using as little water as possible. Another big challenge of life on land is how to support your body weight. If you're in water, water supports your weight. When you move to land, the force of gravity now feels stronger. You don't have water to support you, and you need to have structures in your body, like a skeleton, that will support your body weight. And also for movement. Movement on land is going to take more energy than movement in water. So that means that when you live on land, you're going to have a higher energetic demand. That means you're going to need more muscles in order to support your weight and in order to move on land. And you're going to need to supply those muscles with nutrients and with oxygen so that they can move you. And that brings us to the next challenge, which is obtaining oxygen on land. Even though oxygen is a lot more plentiful in the air than the oxygen that is dissolved in water, you will need a different set of structures to be able to exchange oxygen in land than what you have on water. So usually gas exchange will need very thin membranes that need to stay moist so that gas exchange can happen through them, like the gills of fish. But those structures, when you take them out of the water, they're so delicate that they will collapse. Even though in air there is a lot more oxygen, fish are unable to use that oxygen because their gills have collapsed out of the water. So you need to have structures that are specialized for gas exchange with air that are able to stay moisturized and function outside of water. And the final challenge, similar to what we had in plants, is being able to reproduce without water. Animals that live on water tend to release their gametes into the water column. Once they are in the water column, male gametes can swim and fertilize the female gamete. But when you're on land, you cannot release your gametes into the air because they will dry out and they will not travel very fast. So animals need to figure out, just like plants did, how to find a way to reproduce outside of water. So we will be looking at how the different animal groups that colonize land were able to solve these challenges, just like plants did. Different animal groups were also able to overcome these challenges and adapt to life on land.